Kelly Norda can go back to being the best-selling artist in the world. The number 2 ranked Korda will have to win her first tournament, the AmazingCre Portland Classic, but she's off to a good start. She shot at 5 under 67, which included a double bogey on number 6, followed by an eagle. In this video, we will discuss the news in detail, so make sure you stick with me to the end. Now, without any further delay, let's get into the video. Korda's starting off to a strong start and can retake number 1 rankings. Korda became number 1 after she won the KPMG Women's PGA at Atlanta Athletic Club in June of last year. She's been number 1 for a total of 29 weeks, switching places with Jin Young Ko. Quote, "The first holes were a lot of fun," said Korda. "It was kind of up and down day, but it ended well. She played good golf as a whole. Maybe made a couple of dumb mistakes, but that's golf." Ayako Uehara is in the lead after the first round at Columbia Edgewater, where she shot a score of 65. Hannah Green's in second place all by herself at 6 under. With Ko's injury keeping her out until at least the end of October, Korda has a chance to make a move. In her first round, Korda has 11 fairways, 15 greens, 7 birdies, and an eagle. Korda said she told herself it's only the first day. You can't win it, but you can lose it for sure. So she just tried to stay confident in what her coach Jamie Mulligan and her had been working on over the past week. Caroline Inglis, who's been a member at Columbia Edgewater for 7 years, is tied for third at Hinako Shibuno and Korda with a score of 5 under. Jim Myers, who's in charge of the club, is a close friend of Inglis. Caroline Inglis said that Jim Myers told her that the greens can't be super fast and firm because they're too soft for normal member play. She would say the greens have gotten a lot firmer since Monday or Tuesday, which is great. That's great. They're fast and roll so smoothly. They are excellent. Inglis went to college at Oregon and played golf there. In 2017, he joined the tour. The 28-year-old, who is currently 120th in CME points, could have a big week this week. The top 100 players will keep their cards for the 2023 season. Inglis started the year with conditional status and didn't get her first start until April. After missing the cut 4 times in a row, she tied the 14th in Cincinnati last week. According to her, she'd been trying to play her best now that she had the chance. It felt good to have a good week and to see some of her hard work pay off at last. So I think her game is in a good place and she's just going to keep doing what she's doing and hope to ride the momentum. What do we have in other news? 2022 LIV Golf in Chicago. LIV Golf's inaugural season moves forward this week with the 48-player trip outside of Chicago, Illinois to Rich Harvest Farms for the league's 5th event on the schedule. Cameron Smith's 4 under 68 in the second round on Saturday allowed him to outpoint Dustin Johnson heading into the third and final round on Sunday, hoping to produce the same fireworks of the Boston event. Johnson heads a field that features 46 of the same 48 players who played a couple of weeks ago. David Puig will make his professional debut and has replaced Adrian Otiagu in the competition. The former standout at Arizona State was a top 10 player in the World Amateur Golf Rankings who will be participating in his 3rd LIV Golf event and first as a professional. Aside from Puig and Henrik Stenson, who returns after a dizzy spell that forced him to retire in Boston, the field remains the same. Smith and Boston runner-ups Joaquin Neiman and Arinban Lahiri are set for their second experience with LIV Golf. Although each of them enjoyed a solid 54 holes on their debut, the mountain to follow Johnson in the race of the season remains steep. The 2-timer major winner sets the pace with 94 points, followed by LIV Golf Portland winner Brendan Grace with 77 points. Third is Johnson's teammate Taylor Gooch with 48 points, as the American is coming off a solo 4th-place finish in the DP World Tour's BMW PGA Championship. Rising to number 35 in the World Golf Rankings, Gooch is in fantastic form and has only finished 9th in his 4 previous LIV Golf appearances. Gooch, Johnson, Patrick, Reed, and Pat Perez are hoping to climb to the top of the team podium once again at their squad. 4 Aces has claimed victory in 3 straight tournaments. Let's talk about LIV Golf Chicago leaderboard. Dustin Johnson wins 3 shots over Cameron Smith after the first round. At Friday's LIV Golf Chicago event, Dustin Johnson picked up where he left off a few weeks ago at LIV Golf Boston, where he captured his first title win. With an opening round 63, DJ leads Cam Smith by 3 strokes entering the second round on Saturday. He also helped his team 4 aces to a total of 11 under, putting them on the line for what would be their 4th consecutive team win. Johnson, who started on the first hole Thursday, went out on 30 and missed only 1 or 2 shots in 5 hours of the first round play. With the possibility of reaching 59, he stalled a bit at the end, but still he was satisfied with his performance, despite playing the last 6 holes at the only 1 under par. Johnson said that he hit the ball ball really well. Obviously, he was really solid all day. He hit it very close. He didn't have a lot of long putts, but he did make a lot of putts inside 10 feet. Honestly, he really did hit it very, very well today. When DJ gets hot, this is what he does. He has a tendency to start multiple events in a row no matter where he's playing or who he's playing against. This was especially the case in 2017, when he won 3 tournaments in a row until the Masters before withdrawing from the first major of the year due to injury. He was asked after his round on Friday how he was maintaining such a high level of play despite the fact that he has probably played less competitive golf than ever in his life. Johnson has played only 6 times since the PGA Championship in May. Quote, "Right now, I feel like I have my swing in a good rhythm," he said. "For me, as long as I hit a couple of balls every other day, I can keep it there. Right now, I'm making a good swing. Fortunately, I'm keeping it." In addition to Johnson's score, the 4 aces also featured Taylor Gooch's 2-under number and led the Punch GC squad, which featured Cam Smith's 6 and Matt Jones's 4 by just 1 hit going into the second round. And if Johnson is the hottest player in the LIV right now, it's Smith who has been the hottest player in the LIV all year, though mostly on the PGA Tour and in the big championships. After winning the Tournament of Champions, Player Championship, and Open Championship at the Old Course in July, Smith switched to LIV Golf and finished T4 in his first event in Boston behind DJ and 2 other players. Although Smith doesn't have Johnson's nice game, when it comes to hitting the ball, he has been a better scorer all year. Whether that's enough to overcome a 3-shot deficit and the machine-like ball striking performance DJ's been doing lately remains to be seen, but Smith has his Punch GC team in position to end the mini streak of 4 aces and notched on his first win since the PGA Tour at Rich Harvest Farms this weekend. Regardless of what you think about the LIV, the PGA Tour, the current feud between the two, we can all agree that a Smith-Johnson battle over the weekend would be a treat. The effortless, commanding game of the 2-time major champion Johnson taking on the biggest player, quote, "with that dog in him." Today, Smith. A battle for the ages at the 5th LIV event of the year? Probably not, but golf should still be great. Next up, Rory McIlroy makes it clear he doesn't think LIV golfers should be on the European Ryder Cup team. While the LIV Golf League does its best to integrate with other premier golf leagues and organizations around the world, it continues to receive pushback from the most powerful people in golf. The PGA Tour has banned all players from LIV Golf and is currently engaged in litigation over it, with a handful of them, including the league itself, to allow them to return to the tour. On the European side, the DP World Tour has allowed golfers to play, although it's not clear what the long-term solution will be there. This caused some bitterness last week at the BMW PGA Championship from the likes of John Ram, Shane Lowry, and Rory McIlroy, who didn't think LIV golf players should take the places of regular DP World Tour players. So that concludes today's video. If you found the video helpful, give us a thumbs up, and please don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.